Ahí es. Ahí es el gato. Ahorita van a ganar, güey. Ahorita van a ganar.
Defeat changes every fighter. It reminds them that perfection doesn't exist and that somewhere, something went wrong. The same holds true for Saul Canelo Alvarez. Despite being the heavy favorite against Terence Crawford, his loss shocked the boxing world. On fight night, Crawford's superior skill and strategy proved too much, marking one of the biggest moments of his career. But now, as recent reports reveal, Canelo is back in the gym, fueled with new motivation and sharper focus. He's determined to rebuild, refine, and rise again, chasing greatness in the next chapter of his legendary boxing journey.
¡Ánimo, cabrón! ¡Ánimo, Ale! Wake up, buddy! Huh? You wanna be a champion? You need to train like a champion. Huh? That's different, huh? Huh? Come on.
Even though Canelo Alvarez trained tirelessly and gave everything for the Crawford fight, he knew exactly what it would take to beat such a dangerous opponent. Given Canelo's work ethic and the intensity he showed throughout his camp, almost no one expected him to lose. He spent countless hours perfecting his craft, pushing himself through grueling sessions, sacrificing rest, and committing fully to his goal. Yet, despite his unmatched dedication and focus, the night didn't go his way. In the end, all the hard work couldn't prevent defeat, reminding everyone that in boxing, even the best can fall.
We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I tried my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the stuff.
However, for a fighter like Canelo Alvarez, returning to training after a loss isn't just about getting back in shape, it's about rediscovering purpose. He's no longer the hungry young prospect chasing belts. He's a man who has already ruled boxing, faced legends, and carved out a historic legacy through sheer will and discipline. When someone like Canelo walks back into the gym after defeat, it means more than starting over. It's not about validation or applause, it's about self-belief. Canelo's comeback isn't to prove anything to the world, but to prove to himself that he can rise again, stronger and wiser than before. Most importantly, defeat has tested Canelo Alvarez before, and every time, he's come back sharper, smarter, and stronger. Before diving into his current training, let's take a quick look at how he has responded to past setbacks. After his first professional loss to Floyd Mayweather in 2013, Canelo answered with a dominant comeback win over Alfredo Angulo. From the opening bell, he displayed improved movement, cleaner combinations, and renewed confidence. That performance reminded fans of his youth, hunger, and tremendous growth potential. It wasn't just a return, it was a rebirth. Canelo showed that defeat didn't break him, it refined him. The crowd that night felt the energy of a fighter determined to reclaim his place among boxing's elite, and the emphatic stoppage win was widely celebrated as a defining moment in his evolution.
Hey, that stoppage was so bad. So bad. Am I wrong? They're throwing heavy.
Following the controversy of his first fight with Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez returned determined to silence his critics in the rematch. From the opening bell, He fought with fire, precision, and composure, refusing to take a single step back. Round after round, he traded with one of boxing's hardest punchers and proved he could fight in the trenches as well as box from range. That victory not only earned him the middleweight titles, but also the respect of fans and skeptics alike. It marked a defining chapter in his career, showing that Canelo could adapt, embrace pressure, and rise when everything was on the line. As Max Kellerman famously said after the fight, "Canelo didn't just win, he fought Golovkin's fight and beat him at it. That's what champions do. They don't run from greatness, they meet it head-on."
A great fight, better than the original, which is tough to do, and unexpected. We thought that for Triple G to win, and he almost did. I mean, it was a very close fight. He would have to pressure Canelo, put him on the ropes. Didn't do it one time. It was Canelo who was the aggressor. And Triple G, it was disappointing in the sense that he came out tentatively. He didn't show as much aggression. He never went to the body hardly at all. He didn't correct any of the mistakes of the first fight. But he did something even more praiseworthy, in my estimation, than enacting a game.
And finally, after his defeat to Dmitry Bivol, Canelo Alvarez once again proved his resilience in the trilogy fight against Gennady Golovkin. Showing improved timing, sharper defense, and constant pressure, Canelo controlled the pace from start to finish. His performance was not fueled by anger but by discipline and focus, as he methodically broke Golovkin down over 12 rounds. That victory reminded everyone why Canelo remains one of the elite fighters in modern boxing. It showcased his ability to learn, adapt, and evolve after every setback. More than anything, it reinforced his trademark qualities: determination, composure, and an unshakable will to rise again, continuing to build his legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats.
You said in the ring that you grew from defeat. In what ways has that Dmitry Bivol fight changed your outlook on life in general?
Look, I know what things I need to I don't need to do, right? I need to surgery in my hand, so I have that issues for that fight. So you learn from everything, loss, win, from everything, and I learn a lot.
Despite all these remarkable comebacks, Canelo Alvarez now finds himself at yet another defining crossroads in his legendary career. Determined to prove that his story is far from over, he faces the challenge of bouncing back once again, just as he has done after every major setback. This time, however, the stakes feel higher. Following the heartbreaking loss to Terence Crawford and the sharp criticism from top boxing figures like Oscar de la Hoya, the pressure on Canelo has never been greater. Yet, as history has shown, moments like these often bring out the best in him. The fighter who refuses to fade, the champion who always finds a way to rise again.
Crawford took him to school. That's basically it. That's the bottom line. I mean, Crawford is older than Canelo, so we can't use the excuse that he's older, right? We can't use the excuse that, oh, well, he moved around too much. Well, it's your job to figure him out, right? Just like Chavez would figure out a fighter, just like I would figure out a fighter, just like any real great fighter can figure styles out. That's your job. I think Crawford did a tremendous job.
Canelo is now turning doubt into motivation. Instead of letting criticism break him, he's using it as fuel to rise again, determined to silence his critics and prove that true champions are defined by how they respond to defeat. With renewed focus, he's training harder than ever, driven by the lessons from his loss and the hunger to reclaim his place at the top. This next chapter of his journey isn't just about redemption. It's about rebuilding stronger, refining his craft, and continuing the legacy of resilience and greatness that has defined his entire career. forward, while Canelo's next opponent is still unknown, one thing is certain: retirement isn't part of his plan. Although no fight has been officially announced, his return to training has silenced critics who believed he might hang up the gloves. According to Team Canelo, the choice to continue or retire has always been his alone. And by returning to camp, he's made his intentions clear: he's not done yet. This comeback signals a renewed belief in himself, showing that Canelo still has the hunger, drive, and fight left to write more chapters in his legendary career. Moreover, when discussing Canelo's potential next opponent, David Benavidez Jr. clearly stands out from the rest. Benavidez has been consistently calling out Canelo, urging him to finally step into the ring with him. Although rumors of this matchup have circulated in the past, no agreement was ever reached. This time, however, Benavidez believes the timing is perfect. With Canelo coming off a tough loss, Benavidez feels confident and motivated, convinced that the long-awaited fight can finally become a reality.
So he sees a lot of things in me that he can't stop. You know, not only does he see speed, does he see power, but he sees a lot of heart in me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm going in there and I want to prove myself to the world that I'm the greatest fighter. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't scare me to get in there with another great fighter, because I know that elevates me and who I am as a competitor. So I know for a fact that he sees in me. At the end of the day, he should have took the fight with me way back then, because if he had a chance to beat me, it would have been back then. He has no chance of beating me now, especially now. I'm getting all this confidence. I'm stepping into my prime.
However, in his return to the gym, Canelo has made strength and conditioning his top priority. He's determined to ensure that the weaknesses seen during his preparation for the Crawford fight are not repeated. Every exercise, session, and drill now serves a clear purpose: to build greater stamina, power, and endurance. Canelo understands that conditioning is crucial, especially in the later rounds of tough fights. His loss to Crawford taught him that strength alone isn't enough. What truly matters is the ability to sustain performance until the final bell. His revamped training routine reflects a fighter who is evolving, learning from experience, and preparing for a strong and purposeful comeback. Alongside his strength and conditioning, Canelo is dedicating serious time to his heavy bag training, a routine that perfectly captures his renewed hunger. Every punch he throws lands with thunderous power, echoing across the gym and reflecting his unmatched focus and determination. Each session helps sharpen his speed, precision, and endurance, ensuring that every strike is both powerful and efficient. The intensity in his punches speaks volumes about his mindset since the Crawford defeat, a fighter reborn with fresh purpose. Today, Canelo looks like a revitalized force, driven by hunger, energy, and determination, ready to face any challenge that comes his way. Considering all this, one question echoes across the boxing world. Where does Canelo go from here? Whether his next chapter is about redemption, reinvention, or one final reign, the path ahead will ultimately define how his legendary career is remembered. What's undeniable is that Canelo Alvarez is not done yet. He's come back with clarity, drive, and the same fire that once lifted him to the top of the sport. His renewed mindset and relentless hunger prove that he still has unfinished business, and that his story of greatness is still being written. Most crucially, history has shown time and again that champions like Canelo Alvarez never fade quietly. When they still believe, they rise again, stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. Moving forward, the difference between victory and defeat becomes clear by observing how fighters respond afterward. In Canelo's case, just a month after his loss, he's already back in the gym, fully locked in on his comeback and focused on his future goals, a true mark of a champion's spirit. Meanwhile, his rival, Terence Crawford, who triumphed on September 13th, is still enjoying the sweet taste of victory. Team Crawford celebrated the win with a grand victory parade in their hometown, surrounded by cheering fans. The joy and pride were evident on Crawford's face as he danced, smiled, and celebrated the moment with his loyal supporters, a well-earned celebration for one of boxing's finest. Expanding on that, Roy Jones Jr. was one of the first boxing legends to step forward with high praise for Terence Crawford following his masterful win over Canelo Alvarez. Jones described Crawford as the best fighter of this generation, emphasizing his ring IQ, flawless tactics, and slick defensive movement that unfolded exactly as he had anticipated. Reflecting on both men's incredible careers, Roy highlighted that Canelo and Crawford have already given everything to the sport. Years of dedication, discipline, and greatness. He stressed that whatever choices they make next, whether to continue fighting or step away, those decisions should be respected and celebrated. In his words, both have proven their excellence and earned the right to define their own legacies on their own terms.
Beautiful performance, beautiful night, kind of like I thought it would be. Took a page out of Aaron Sunday Law's book and made it work for himself.
Would you like to see Canelo retire after that?
I said what Canelo wanted to do. Canelo been carrying boxing for the last 15 years. He deserves to do anything he wanted to do.
Terence Crawford's 37. Devin Haney said he thinks he would like him to retire. Do you agree with that statement?
He can do whatever he wants to do. He's been dominating for a long time too, so he can do whatever he wants.
Adding to that, Andre Ward, himself an undefeated legend and analytical voice in boxing, offered deep insight after watching the Crawford vs. Canelo showdown. Ward expressed genuine admiration for both fighters, noting how each came fully prepared, displaying remarkable toughness, focus, and heart from the opening bell to the final round. He highlighted that Crawford's brilliance lay in his adaptability, the way he could read Canelo's timing, anticipate adjustments, and turn pressure into opportunities. According to Ward, this was not just a win based on power or speed, but on intelligence, composure, and ring mastery. Ward concluded by calling Crawford a rare-born talent, a boxer with an uncommon blend of strategic IQ and instinctive feel for the fight game. He emphasized that performances like this remind the world why Crawford stands among the sport's most complete fighters of the modern era.
Terence Crawford is a great performance, man. He's been doing this throughout the course of his career. The stakes were a lot different in this fight, a lot more danger. he had to fight that kind of fight in order to beat Canelo Alvarez tonight, and he did that at 37, but getting ready to be 38 years old. And he proved, like Max said, that he is the GOAT of this generation. Hats off to Canelo for taking the fight. He didn't have to take it. Hats off to Turkey Al-Sheikh for putting it together. Just a great, great night.
Interestingly, Shane Mosley, who had long admired Canelo Alvarez and confidently predicted his victory, openly admitted after the fight that Terence "Bud" Crawford proved him wrong. Mosley praised Crawford's performance as a masterclass in precision, patience, and intelligence. He pointed out that despite Canelo's size, strength, and ring experience, he failed to impose his usual dominance. Crawford, on the other hand, dictated the rhythm, expertly reading Canelo's movements and executing every plan with surgical precision. Mosley described the bout as a perfect fight from Crawford, a display of technical excellence and mental control. He emphasized that Bud knew exactly what needed to be done and carried it out flawlessly, showing why he's one of the most complete and dangerous fighters in boxing today.
Man, I mean, Crawford did an amazing job, man. He proved that he's the pound for pound king and this is his era. And man, I mean, he did a number on Canelo. I was for sure that Canelo was too big for him, and because Canelo's very good too as well. But he outboxed him. He stayed really, like I said, like he kept the tempo up pretty high and kept at distance, and he fought just a perfect fight. I mean, he fought him, and then he boxed him, and he did whatever he wanted to do, really, seemed like, in there. And, man, it was an amazing job. I'm hats off to Bud Crawford, man. He's a man.
Additionally, following Crawford's stunning victory, Hamza Shiraz openly admitted that his earlier prediction had been completely wrong. Before the bout, Shiraz had expressed confidence in Canelo Alvarez and even voiced his desire to face Canelo next if he defeated Crawford. However, after witnessing the fight, Shiraz was full of admiration for Crawford's brilliance, describing his performance as nothing short of outstanding. He said he enjoyed every moment of the bout and was particularly impressed by how effortlessly Crawford adapted to the 168-pound division. According to Shiraz, Crawford didn't look like a newcomer at super middleweight. In fact, he appeared more composed, fluid, and effective than many established fighters in that weight class. His words highlighted the growing respect Crawford earned across the boxing world for his seamless transition and tactical dominance.
Massive props to Crawford. Domination. And that's what it was, wasn't it? It was domination. And he looked comfortable at 168 pounds. Yeah, man, he cemented himself as one of the GOATs in boxing yet last night.
What surprised you the most by Crawford, would you say?
You know what surprised me the most? Him holding his feet and still dominating. Being strong enough to exchange in the clinches, and manhandling Canelo a bit, and turning him around like it was nothing. Yeah, that surprised me a lot.
Canelo Alvarez is back, and the boxing world can feel it. Boxing glove fire after the shocking loss to Terence Crawford. Canelo's return to training has everyone talking. His renewed focus, sharp punches, and powerful mindset show a fighter still hungry to prove his greatness. Fans are wondering, what's next for Canelo? Will it be David Benavidez, or another massive showdown? Is this the perfect moment for redemption, or a new chapter entirely? Join the conversation and share your thoughts below. Is Canelo still the king, or is the next era already here? Crown. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more boxing updates, fight analysis, and exclusive coverage from the world of boxing.